I've now reached an area where I know this area has been terraformed in some way or another. So we've got a sandstone structure or whatever it is beneath, but this has been cast using this, it's been terraformed in some way. This is a building, this part here. You can see the blockwork, so hang on, it's a bit treacherous. I will investigate this bit further at one point, just not at the moment. So you can see the blocks. So this is a block here, this is a muck line, there's the join, there's the block, there's the muck line. So this is like some sort of like maybe like a window or something, but that opens up into this hole which seems to go quite a way back, but you can see the whole thing is blockwork. So this area has been terraformed. So beneath these hills, and they're big hills everywhere with big houses on the top, they're on top of buildings which were once creatures. So you can see the muck line running through here, and then you got, that's a limestone block, it's a limestone, it's a sandstone, you see, blockwork. You see the chamfered edge. So the people know full well there's a whole network of buildings beneath this entire area. Like I say, I'm determined to get into these bloody things. I will come to this at another date, because that opens up in that hole down there. I can see quite a way back. There, see, it keeps going. Yeah, that keeps going. Yeah, see, that opens right up. Impressive. Right, yeah, you can see right on the side here, muckwork, 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 block, block. So that lines up with these blocks over here. So like I say, there'll be a building hidden in here. I've got another mission to do yet before my camera runs out of battery. I'm still at my hole, I'm just about to leave, but as I was leaving I noticed on top you've got the ballast layer, and it's absolutely riddled with teeth, loads and loads of sharp teeth. So this is like a secondary event. So you've got, yeah, so this is all on top of these sandstone structures, which I think is a much bigger creature that goes for miles and miles. But yeah, it's absolutely riddled with teeth on top of here. Just wanted to point that out before I leave for the next part. This whole hill and all the surrounding areas, this is all part of a gigantic creature, and this is the inside of it. It's absolutely vast, but there's tunnels going off all over the place, which are probably arteries and so forth. But this has been terraformed at some point for people to access and been used over time in history. But there's a freshwater stream that runs all the way underneath here, and it opens right up down there. There's no way I'm going down there, it's too dangerous. But this is an impressive cave. Oh, I'm actually knackered just trying to get in here. I won't spend much time in here because it's quite treacherous. Because it's not, as I showed you, it's had the cave in, but there are little valleys and alleys that go off everywhere, and this is what I think people terraformed and they were living inside of these things. I should leave that there because I don't want to be in here, to be quite honest. But that goes for miles. So that opens up right into the hillside. You can see the various layers of it. It is a mighty, mighty impressive place. Very, very impressive. Oh wow. See the different layers. It's amazing. But I'll leave that there because it's, like I say, it's quite dangerous in here. But wow, what a place. What a place. Right, so I'm just down from the cave system that I was just in, which stands beneath these hills in front of me, which go up for absolutely miles, and they've got big houses on the tops of them, each with those lovely drain covers that I've shown with the black sun on. You can tell how old this place is. This tree is just absolutely huge. But at the bottom of this hill, the sand is very different. This is an orange sand. It's got redness to it, so it's got some sort of like iron in it, like blood runoff. I'm wondering if it's kind of got quite a high clay content, but it's absolutely riddled with these large lumps of iron in it everywhere you look. So I don't really want to jump to any conclusions, but I would say this is kind of like where it's an outer, this is the like more outer skin than the yellow sand. So this is the layer before the iron, so like an outer fatty layer where blood vessels might lay, but the iron is just laying around everywhere you go. And then that comes into quite a deep pond here. It dips right down, so I do wonder. Hello again. Right, I'm on another ridge of the hill, and you can see we've got this orangey sand here again. It looks to be a rendered brick, but this is, yeah, so this is on the slope, so this is like a more outer layer, this orange sand, to the yellow sand, which would be a fat layer, as I say. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my head around what I'm looking at, because this thing is absolutely gargantuan. It goes for probably hundreds of miles, makes up a lot of hills around for miles. But as I was saying, this thing has been protected and fortified by pillboxes all along it. See, if you follow this thing, I sort of started doing it when I was following the blocks, so limestone and the sandstone blocks, and waterways and railways, and it all runs round this thing, which I suspect is a gigantic creature. So it's like it's being protected, like I say, for building materials, mining minerals, water source. At some point it was deemed very, very, very valuable. I guess it's like a civilization that lives near a volcano. There's a lot of life near volcanoes due to the high mineral content. So if you've got a gargantuan creature that is rotting down, and at certain points in its decomposition, it's going to have high mineral and metallic values. So I suspect that, as well as the huge amount of iron that can be harvested off the side of this thing, is why this is so heavily fortified. So I'm 100% certain this is well known about what these things are, and it's probably been passed down from generation to generation for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, even thousands of years. But I do have questions about how much dirt is on top of stuff, the ballast layer, because it's pointing to other events So the gigantic creature which has been terraformed and like used for structures, for building materials, for mining, that is eons old. That is your titans of Greek times, or biblical times, the Leviathan or whatever you call it, because I don't think it's a seabed. I really do not think that sand is a seabed, because it doesn't fit the criteria. It really doesn't. I'm too far inland for it to be that close to the surface. But then you've got a secondary event, which is what I'm pulling all these sharp teeth from, which is your ballast layer, which is absolutely eviscerated billions of creatures by the looks of it. And I don't know when that was, because there's not much soil on it in this area, and that's what I can't get my head round. Because when I think about how, if you got a compost box, you put your clippings in there for a year, you gather up a good couple of 2 to 3 foot worth of compost in there. So you think of that on a much wider scale across the lands, across hundreds, thousands of years, there would be literally feet of soil and compost above the ballast and the sand layer and everything else, and things just do not add up. There is something that we are not being told here, and I don't know, I ponder it and I don't. I try to think without thinking about it, and I've got so many of these puzzle pieces that have been presented to me, and I was just looking for an answer. Because I know the answers that we're given aren't right. But yeah, I will probably leave that there for today. I would love to get more footage of these bits to splice into this video, so I'll probably do that. But I've got some lambs to go and see now. So, ciao for now, and I will see you on the next adventure.